Well, I think the players are in the tunnel. They're getting ready. I was told potentially we could have a sneak peek as to how they are, just moments ahead of there they are. Yes. It's kind of hard to read the body language, isn't it? They both look very serious, both of them looking at their phone. I imagine it's just nerves. I mean, Alex, you've got to tell us what it's like.
It's always tough to open the competition. No? It's like having no game before, just to to relieve some nerves, to see how it's going on for your competitors, opponents. I mean, it's always tough, especially. I mean, we are gamers. We love to be sit in your comfort zone, be here.
In your private little bubble world,
that's it.
Right?
Right there, stand, waiting the call. I mean, that's not for us. So we'll see how they handle those situations.
Okay, well, let's not prolong the misery of just standing and waiting in the tunnel any longer. Then let's go ahead and get them into action. So why don't you help me in putting it up for our first match of the day, the curtain raiser. It's going to be Jxmxrn against Goo Games.
สวัสดีครับผมชื่อจางวันพงษ์เยาวพัฒน์มาจากประเทศไทยเป็นตัวแทนเอเชียเวสครับโอทัฟฟอร์ดเป็นสนามที่ผมใฝ่ฝันมาตั้งแต่เด็ก
こんにちは Jxmxrn ゲームズ日本出身です私にとってこのマンチェスターユナイテッドという歴史的なクラブの代表の座をかけて戦えるということをすごく誇りに思っています
ผมอยากชนะครับจะทำให้เต็มที่อยากชนะไฟนอลแล้วก็ไปที่โตเกียวครับรู้สึกสนุกครับแล้วก็ตื่นเต้นแล้วก็ผมชอบการแข่งขันโดยใช้เกม eFootball มากครับ
ここでまず優勝して、7月に東京でワールドファイナルを戦うことができたらなって思ってます自信あります
การเล่น eFootball ไม่ใช่เป็นแค่การเล่นเกมอย่างเดียวมันสามารถหารายได้ได้แล้วมันก็ทำให้ผมมาที่โอทัฟฟอร์ดได้ครับรู้สึกสนุกครับแล้วก็
自分自身が日本に住んでるということで東京に行くことにその特別なことは感じてないですけど、やっぱりワールドファイナルに行きたいという気持ちは強いので楽しみではありますいやいいフットボールプレイするということは、自分にとって、好きなフットボールを表現できる場ということもあるので、素晴らしいものだと思っています
ชอบเล่นหลัง5ครับแล้วก็รับแล้วรอโต้แล้วก็ใช้สกิลดับเบิลทัชในการหาช่องยิงครับผมคิดว่าเลนเปาครับผมจะทำให้เต็มที่ที่สุดครับ
マンチェスターユナイテッドのお気に入りの選手はクリスティアン・エリクセン選手です、私自身この1週間後に誕生日を迎えるのでしっかり優勝してワールドファイナルの切符という最高のプレゼントを自分に贈れたらなって思っています
Of the tunnel they come. Our first two players here at the Manchester United Club Event Finals, ready to take their seats and get into the match lobby. Alex, what a curtain raiser we have here. What a story. That man, 14 years of age, all the way from Thailand, won the Western Asian region qualification route to get to this point, which is a tough region. What can we expect from Jxmxrn this club event finals? Because he's got two really strong players in the group with him. He has to hit the ground running here, surely, to give himself a chance.
Let's see how is his mindset, Harry. This guy, good games, experience, maybe mindset to once again be at the World Finals, have that rematch later on against Renta. But now this first game, Jxmxrn, this guy 14 years old from Thailand, is not that young enough. He's been competing in the national competition back then in Thailand. He's pro player on eFootball. His brother, Chomkata, was at the World Finals last year. So it doesn't come like a surprise having Jxmxrn at this stage. His brother is so good, and probably John brothers can climb to the top, those things. So, I mean, that's an advantage, I mean, I always say, in terms of esports competition, having that at your home, someone to play with every single day, at every single moment is an extra. And I'm sure they do most of the times. Harry, I'm so hyped. First game of the day, first game of the competition. Great match, because at this level, Harry, there is no There's no bad players. All of them are really, really good.
They are indeed, and one of the very best sits opposite the man we were just speaking about, Rei Noguchi, aka Gu038 Games. Last year was a bit of a heartbreaker for him. Won the Inter-Club Event Finals, was the furthest club event finalist at the World Finals, got all the way to the Grand Final, and fell at the very last hurdle. The very last game of the season, was one game away from becoming world champion. How hard is it to pick yourself back up from putting in that much effort, going that far, and then just sadly it not being enough at the end?
Now, at the end of the day, if they have, after all the club event, the regional finals online, they knows being here, securing the spot at the World Finals today is a massive point in their career, in their chances for this 2025 world title. So let's see. I mean, I'm not the guy that I will expect to wait till the last chance, regionals online with all the pressure. Look at that. You are here representing your region, having the chance to be in Japan at the World Finals. Let's see if Good Games have that extra that missed at the World Finals against Rentao, or in the other case, if Jxmxrn have something to say, because it doesn't seem to be that nerves, for the moment, from this view we are getting from our side. Harry.
It's going to be great, I think, to see exactly what Jxmxrn brings to the table, because again, the narrative that we have from the outside, as I see you're looking at something there, Alex, is that he's 14 years old, coming across the world. It's a little bit scary, but I think you're right. I think he probably relishes this opportunity.
No, definitely, and especially in such regions like Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Brazil. They're having more competition during the year that make better and better their players to reach this stage, the official circuit of eSport of Konami, the eFootball Championship, to show up everyone how good they are. Look at this tactics, which is what we want. As we see on the left-hand side, is in Thailand with 5 center-backs.
Yeah, and that's interesting, because on the other side, Good Games last year famously had that 5 at the back, but played such an attacking style with that seemingly defensive formation. Is this maybe Jxmxrn trying to go kind of like for like against his Japanese counterpart here?
I mean, I don't like to say that much, but especially for this kind of format tournament of 4 players, being with that 5 center-back formation could be a chance, especially approaching those run from the left back and right back to join the attack, looking for maybe those crosses, approaching Joshua Sixi, could be the man to make those header. We'll see. We've seen in previous competition that Thailand are really famous using that 5 center-back formation. Not that usual in the rest of the world, let's say. But in the other side, we see Good Games having done 2v1 action on the right winger to make advantage, maybe to find those solutions. And so yeah, we'll see. Quick counter. Just to mention, Amorim, the coach Ruben Amorim, which is their best game style, is out wide. But even with that, they wanna have less stat, less overall ratings, and keep playing quick counter, which is the more useful, let's say, meta play style. So Harry, on you, first game of the day, we start mobile platform game 1.
Just moments from kickoff, and we're underway at Old Trafford. Match number 1 of the eFootball Championship 2025 Manchester United Club Event Finals. It will be U Games here in the changed, darkened Manchester United strip. The more traditional red shirt, white shorts, black socks will be for the young man from Thailand, 14 years old.
That is one of the key. This guy, Casemiro.
Whoa.
And now it's Rasmus Holland and Joshua Sixi.
Offside, sadly.
So it's really important to take the cursor of Casemiro and run back to block those passing lines, because that anchor man is the heart of this Manchester United. So we'll see which of these two can take the lead, Harry, because it will be a massive advantage at the start of the game.
Well, for Jxmxrn, it's been a very, very healthy start to the game. Luke Shaw far side with that stunning cross.
Stunning shot was at the end. Misclick a little bit from Jxmxrn.
The save with the feet clears it up the pitch, and for Gu, in the opening 15 in-game minutes, it's been, well, one-way traffic, and he's been on the wrong side of it. Christian Eriksen tries to break the lines, but Casemiro
He's coming
there.
the chance.
Here's Bruno Fernandes into...
No!
Can't get his strike away, can't get the ball under his spell, but Bruno!
Yes! He's in.
Bruno scores! And Jxmxrn is into the lead. 20 in-game minutes. And the 14-year-old strikes first.
Great pressure from the very beginning, Harry. He tried once and twice, and it was that rebound that Guggen having a hard time to clear that ball. And great finishing, stunning shot by Bruno Fernandes, putting it into the net. We saw, especially Man United with Luke Shaw, with those runs, offensive left back and right back for Jxmxrn. And great second shot putting into the net. It is what it is. 1-0 for Thailand. 1-0 for Jxmxrn.
1-0 to Jxmxrn, as you said. Gu Games, I think he would have felt quite frustrated for those opening 20 minutes. Hadn't really had a touch of the ball other than trying to clear it up the pitch. Now his chance to attack. Luke Shaw near side, looks for the head of Højlund, can't find it.
Especially as we are going to see, it's really difficult to control the wingers and the fullbacks to those run. Oh, the fake shot, Højlund!
Oh, he gets it away! And it sneaks in the inside of the near post to double the advantage now.
Harry, I don't know if I'm watching Jxmxrn or Chonkata. You know, these brothers are unbelievable. 2-0 for the young guy from Thailand. Lovely fake shot before they received the ball and quickly kicking the ball, putting it into the net. Nothing for Onana, no. 2 goals up, and he's the reigning runner-up of the World Finals. 2 goals down right after the start of the match.
We said it doesn't get more difficult an opener than the first 2 games to open the stream against last year's runner-up, and then following that, last year's world champion. So far, Jxmxrn seems absolutely unfazed. 2-0 in about 25-30 in-game minutes.
When I have to say, especially on mobile, when you got the skill, research, the mechanics on how to build up your play, it's like a chess game, no? And the tactical is working perfectly for Jxmxrn. There's no nerves, their timings on their action is perfect. So Guggen has to change something, avoid those mistakes, and find solution through those 5 center backs that for the moment seems working perfectly for the young guy.
Seems to be lots of missed inputs here for Gu Games. Can't seem to get the ball under his spell. Has had 1 attack down this near side. It was with Luke Shaw able to get the cross in, but since then it just has been mistake after mistake. Jxmxrn holds the ball up really well now for Jxmxrn, and his experience as just a 14-year-old playing at the highest level for a long time knows he can recycle possession. This one will be a corner for him. This first half, Alex.
No, it's completely shocking.
Traffic.
It's completely shocking. Good games. Good games when he's building up his play, has no option, have no solution, has no line to go through, and he's actually thinking what to do. But you know what, Harry? You are losing and time is running. So there's no time to think about it. And now corner kick for Jxmxrn. We'll see who's going to take it. Maybe Bruno. Luke Shaw, left foot. Makes sense. Looking for the effect to the first post.
What tricks does
Guggen's play on red
and Luke Shaw have?
Double blue for Jxmxrn.
On the near side.
Too short.
Bruno to recycle on the what's that, quarter volley by the end. Casemiro now to try and break for Gu.
Nice
Diallo down to Luke Shaw near side. Look at the green grass he has to run into here. Probably needs to find a teammate though. Tries to find Joshua Jxmxrn arriving, but too early.
He was overthinking a little bit. If shot, pass, cross.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
1 more, Harry.
2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. I think the problem we're seeing from Gu so far is he's got Harry Maguire, I think, playing towards that right back position. Very defensive player, but doesn't give too much pace going forward. So
Yeah,
in the end of the first half, Alex, Jxmxrn 2, Goo Games 0.
To be honest, no one was expecting this situation right after the first half. We just have seen one player into the game now, which is Jxmxrn, completely dominating the match, scoring his 2 real great chances he have created. After that, yes, controlling the game. That corner kick mistake, it was the only chance, the real one for Goo Games that wasn't that confident, will look show into the box. We'll see. More control for Jxmxrn, just protecting the central lines, accumulating more, especially Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. And I will see Maino maybe. No, he's still mixing formation. Same one for Goo Games, confident. It is the same topic as always, Harry. It's like you have your formation. He has qualified to this stage with that formation. Why change? But you know, being here, different kind of opponent, the vibes are different.
Well, as the second half is now underway, it's always fascinating to watch the players on their team lineup screens to see exactly what plans they have, what their thought process is. If you are just joining us, this is match number 1 of the club event finals. The winner of both the mobile and console competitions will find themselves in Japan in July, competing for a world title. So far, the 14-year-old Jxmxrn of Thailand is looking very comfortable here, holds a 2-0 lead over Goo Games, who's in possession now, attacking this right-hand goal.
Even the best player, Harry, has missing that patience. No? When you are 2 goals down, you want to make everything perfect and too fast, and you are missing those timings to get advantage, which is now trying and trying again. Jxmxrn, the passing, Kobe Maino, max to boss, Holland!
Oh, good step up defensively there. This is better though. First
look at
real
the superiority.
positive.
When he's building up, there is no chance for Goo Games. Now, yes.
I was about to say the first real positive spell we saw from Goo Games in this game, and there's a pause queued up as we have crossed over the hour mark. That typically
The key
in the game is when the super subs come into play.
I have the feel that Goo Games has nothing to do against Jxmxrn tactically in this match. So we'll see if something changed in the last part of the game. Goo needs a goal as soon as possible, but it's Jxmxrn controlling the ball, playing back and forth, desesperating a little bit the Japanese. Eriksen for Maino, Harry. No, this time Bruno reading the game so well, but that clear? We'll see. Is Goo Games trying something?
One back though, and that will just relieve the pressure for now. That's a nice win back for Goo Games. Now a chance.
That could be the one. Diallo! Yes!
Oh, he does get his goal.
We have a match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not over.
He gets one back. 15 minutes from full time, and it halves the deficit now for Goo. And for Jxmxrn, will it be enough for him to hold on here? 15 minutes to go, and after this goal from Goo-san, we have a match on our hands.
It doesn't seem to be the right spot for Amad Diallo to finish that chance, but great shot, putting it into the net, and is now finally Goo Games finding his rhythm, his way of play. Just gone, goal down, and Harry, at this stage, a draw is a massive chance for Goo Games to get into the grand final later on today.
Back to the team lineup screens. And we saw the reaction from Goo. Did you see it, Alex? The big breath out. It was a bit more of a, oh, I've arrived here.
He was
at
having
Old
a hard
Trafford.
time during the whole match. So, I mean, yeah. Finally, when you see first goal, it's like, all right, I'm in the good path to reach my goal today. We see like almost mirror formation, I will say, unless for the 5 center back for Goo-san, for Goo Games.
It's fun for Jxmxrn. I saw him toying with this formation earlier and instead decided against the 2 defensive midfielders. Thought maybe that was a bit too negative for himself, I can assume. But now he is going for it. I think that's wise with 15 minutes to go. The timer ticks really fast here on mobile.
Still time, still like action for 3 more. Action, 2 or 3. Jxmxrn just was clearing the ball as soon as possible. That from one side it's positive, Harry, but at the same time you're giving the ball too quickly to your opponent. He need to combine a little bit each time he regain the ball. But we'll see. Nothing is already decided in this game one. For the ones rooting for these players, I assume you are really nervous back then at home. We'll see who takes the first 3 points of the competition.
Well, we're 15 in-game minutes from finding that out. Gu with a late goal here. Timer is not on his side. However, that goal gives him a bit of a safe, I don't want to say safety net, but definitely gives him a chance at a comeback. Can Jxmxrn hold on? That is a loose ball. I think we'll see pretty much this for the rest of the game from Jxmxrn. Get the ball up the pitch as much as you can. Let Mason Mount, who's fresh on the pitch, try and charge down the ball, play some territory. But here is another clearance. It will be all Gu games from now on.
Especially Jxmxrn has protected that central zone with 2 midfielders. Now could be a nice one. Is Dalot looking for the cross?
Oh, it's actually there! Oh, saved! Saved in the 88th minute.
And there's time for more, Harry.
1 or 2 more chances here for Gusan.
Dalot again.
Far side, back towards Mano. And this will be the last chance of the game. Will we see an equaliser? Dalot, far side. The referee blows his whistle. And the 14-year-old Jxmxrn gets his first 3 points in this 3-man group. That could be very telling come the end of group play. That is a fantastic result. And our winner is from Thailand. Jxmxrn securing 3 valuable points. 2 first-half goals were enough to see off last year's runner-up of the World Finals.
Amazing, eh? I want to say incredibly amazing. This guy shocking everyone. That early lead, 2 goals up, and showing the world why he is here. We'll replay the goals, the action, that run clear from Gu Games and Bruno Fernandes, making it easy, taking the lead, relieving some nerves, some stress. And after that was a completely domination by Jxmxrn at the first half. Look at that. Woof. I made it, you know.
I mean, those opening 20 minutes were about as dominant as we've seen from an eFootball mobile match. I don't think Gu really touched the ball in the first half an hour even.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
We had that one chance down the near side with Luke Shaw that, off memory, was the only one that he had going forward before he found himself 2-0 down. I think that will be a difficult pill for him to swallow, knowing now that he's surrendered 3 points to one of the opposition in this group.
From Gu Games. You know, I think I have the same vibes every single time playing on mobile. Is tactically a great important, like being the one with the right formation against the right opponent is had a great impact into your game, your performance. Gu Games probably against Rentao have more solution, let's say. And at the end of the day, tough situation for Gu Games. Needs to win yes or yes the last match against Rentao to be into the grand final. So yeah, pretty interesting how this start of the mobile platform has established at the moment, with that first 3 points for Thailand.
Very, very big 3 points for the 14-year-old looking to make some history here. He's already made history as one of the youngest, if not the youngest, club event finalist in this format. He's now got 3 points on the board.
You asked Harry what to expect from him because we didn't really know, did we? And he's turned out to come out swinging, and he could potentially be a giant slayer by the end of the day. He's already taken 1 down, and now in a few minutes he has the opportunity to take down a second one. I mean, it really would be quite some feat.
But let me tell you, Samran, sorry to interrupt you mid-flow, but I have to say I love it when players come in and put a performance in that. Because before in the pre-game, remember we were saying, this is as tough as it gets. It's a trial by fire, you know, almost counting him out before the game even starts. To go out, put a performance like that, that's very impressive.